Indonesia a week ago, and I did not see any churchgoer na pumupunta nagsisimba na naka-short pants. Lahat nakabihis. When I asked one Indonesian, okay kayo rito, lahat na nagsisimba sa inyong bihis. Ang sagot niya, we are going to the house of God. Tayo, especially those living in Metro Manila, we go to the mall, especially the malls na mayroong mga chapels. Tama na ako roon. I go to Trinoma, I go to Mega Mall for convenience, di ba? Dahil aircon eh. Pero sana naman, at ayokong iskandaluhin ang sarili ko at ako'y magsushort pants. Pangit ang legs ko eh. Marami akong peklat eh. Ayokong pagtawanan. Pero yung iba, ang lalakas ng loob. Hindi ko alam kung bakit yung mga babae, yung kanilang mga asawa, hindi sabihan, sweetheart, huwag ka naman mag-short pants. Ang dami ng striations ng inyo, ng inyong hita. Striations pang tawag doon. Stretch marks. Ay yung ibang lalakas pa ng loob, naka-tube. Huwag luluwag pa dito sa ng armhole, makikita mo yung bra. I mean, you are giving the other person yung magkasala, di ba? Nakikita yung bra mo eh. Naluwag ng... So, saan yung values natin? Wala na eh. What happened to our values? We have lost our love of God. Our fear for the Lord, wala na yun. Wala na tayong takot. Kaya ginagawa na natin lahat ang gusto natin gawin. Ang kinatatakutan na lang ngayon ng mga lalaki ay ang mga babae. Doon sila takot sa kanilang asawa. Pero sabihin mo sa lalaki, takot siya sa Diyos, hindi. Takot siya sa asawa niya. Baka pagdating ng umaga, pagtimpla ng kape, ay may isang kutsaritang ihi yung kanyang kape. I don't know, probably some of the girls are ginagawa yun para umamo yung kanilang asawa. This is what I learned in Pangasinan. An old woman in Pangasinan was telling me, and this is in Alaminos, na para daw tumino yung partner mo, kailangan lagyan mo ng 1 teaspoon of urine every morning. Sabi ko diyan, sama ng lasa. And then this was confirmed by another old woman in Bangar, La Union. So I was so curious, ano ba talaga yun? Di ba masamang ano lang ihi? So one morning, I got for my first urine, 1 teaspoon, mixed it with my coffee. I did not taste any urine in my coffee. So ingat kayong mga lalaki sa inyo. Titino daw eh. Magiging maamo daw yung lalaki sa kanilang asawa pag ginawa niyo.
Vice versa ay gano'n.
Haven't you tried it? But anyway, it's because parang hindi na tayo takot na sa Diyos. So nawala yung values natin. We go to church because yun ang sinasabi ng relihiyon natin na during Sundays, you have to go to church. I was talking to a taxi driver in Lithuania and that is what he said. I go to church because that is what my father tells me. I have to go to church. But if my father doesn't tell me to go to church, I do not go to church. So I am not a practicing Catholic, he said. How many of our school children now, or of the Catholics, would know the meaning of consecration during the Mass. Ano ba yung consecration na yun, di ba? How many of us would know why we have to kneel during consecration? How many of us, yung mga religion na iba, would understand, would read the Bible at italim sa puso kung ano na sa Biblia? Now I understand why it was prohibited before Vatican II, to read the Bible, because the Bible is susceptible of different interpretations. So kanya-kanyang interpretasyon ng Biblia. But what I'm trying to drive at is, if we teach values with religion as the entry point, we will not go wrong. But how do we teach values? What we are doing here right now is teaching the young some kind of values by teaching them that corruption is wrong. That is at the laws on anti-corruption. Parang ako, sa totoo lang, ano ba yun? These are post facto. Ito yung mga batas, ang ginagawa ng batas, ay pagtapos na ng act, di ba? Becomes effective only, you implement that, tapos na. We have to do something na bago pa gawin ng tao, a deterrent. Para bang, I will give you an example that is really close to your hearts. Sa mga lalaki, parang nakakita nga ng maganda, kung mahal mo asawa mo, isipin mo muna. Diba? Punta ka sa club, ay naisayaw ka, mag-iisip ka muna kung between your child and the girl doon sa club, kung alin bibigyan mo ng pera. A choice. Yun yung values natin. Nasaan ba yun? So I just hope that the child abuse law will be amended. Na maibalik uli sa teachers the right to discipline children. Maibalik uli sa magulang the right to discipline their kids. Kahit magulang yun, takot sa anak, di ba? Kasi pwede kayo demanda ng anak mo. So anong nangyayari nga, nakakawindang-windang lahat eh. Ako nung araw pag marami akong ginagawang kalukuhan sa school at nakita ko yung teacher ko kausap yung mama ko ibig sabihin sinusumbong na ako At pag-alis ng teacher ko, kailangan lagyan ko na ng karton yung aking puwet. Kasi kung hindi ang lalatay sa akin yung sinturon, baka yung ratan. Yung ratan yung masakit yun. Or baka lumuhod ako sa harap ng pintuan facing the street. So alam ko noon, pagdating ko sa school, takot ako sa teacher. Pagdating ko sa bahay, takot ako sa nanay ko. Ngayon, sino ang kinatatakutan ng bata? Bahay, hindi. School, hindi. Pumasok sa simbahan, hindi rin. Sino ang kinatatakutan ng tao ngayon? Wala. So malaya ang tao ngayon magnakaw. Malaya ang tao ngayon gumawa ng kahit anong gusto niyang gawin. Dahil sa mga batas natin. If the teachers will not be given that authority or the right to discipline the pupils, then at least the teachers should now be trained, teach values formation with religion as the entry point. But you are too busy also to be doing these things. So there must be a collaboration between the church and the state, where the church has to participate in the fight or in the development of a person. We're talking here of the development of a person. The development of a person starts with the family and with the school. Alisin mo yung pareho, wala yung tao. Kaya kung yung bata sa tahanan, yun lang itatataputan niya. Pagdating sa school, ay hindi ka pwede disiplina ng teacher mo. Kaya nakita mo naman kami, nakita niyo si Deputy Ombudsman Solito, very behave. Now, just look at yourselves. We're all the products before the child abuse law. Produkto ako ng teacher na pagalin yung kamay ko, papalawin ng ruler. Depende kung anong ginawa ko. But I never took it against my teacher or any of my teachers. I think there was only one instance in one grade in my education na hindi ako napalo ng teacher. No? Ako'y grade 4. Pero na ako'y grade 5. Kahit anong gawin ko, talaga napapalo ako ng teacher ko. Konting pagkakamali, napapalo ako ng teacher ko. But I learned a lot from the discipline that was given to me by my teacher.